So, I think it's about time we talk about Spec Ops in Modern Warfare 2. You know, it's third game mode, which is kind of, I guess, Infinity Ward's version of COD Zombies because, COD Zombies is normally the third game mode in Treyarch games, so this is their third game mode and it's Spec Ops. Well, what do we think about it? It sucks. Like, honestly, it sucks. It's not good, it's not fun, it's not replayable, and it's just not a really great experience, and the progression is terrible, and there is no story worth mentioning to be told, which is exactly what I expected. Like, this doesn't surprise me. I knew this was going to suck. I've been calling this since day one. I've been saying Spec Ops, every iteration of it has sucked, and that's not changing anytime soon. So it's not like I'm saying this to be like, oh my gosh, this is such a surprise. But I mean, like, it just kind of sucks that people ignore how bad Spec Ops sucks. Because, like, if this was COD Zombies, oh my gosh, people would be losing their mind. People would be saying Treyarch fell off, all their developers left, getting into the personal lives of these developers and how they're drinking, stuff like that, trying to explain why everything's so bad. But since it's Spec Ops and no one has expectations for it, it's okay that it sucks. Like, to me, it just is weird that we find it to be okay that Infinity Ward could release the worst third game mode ever and that'd be completely fine. But when Treyarch, when they're completely screwed over and left with only a year and a half to develop the entire game, and then this Zombies game mode comes out launch and it's not perfect, we crucify them. But then Infinity Ward drops some trash like this and nobody cares. It's just so dumb to me. I just don't really get it. But that's a whole different side tangent. But I guess I should actually talk about the thing in the gameplay and stuff like that and what's exactly wrong with it, because it's not great. Because to be a little bit nice to this game mode, like, what is going on here, at least for two of the missions, is that they're kind of just bad campaign missions, except they're co-op. Like, that's what's going on here. They're just campaign missions, except they're on the Warzone 2 map, so they're not designed for that, so they are inherently worse than normal campaign missions that are made for it, which I just don't get. Because to me, like, you could have got this exact same experience except 10 times better if you just let the campaign be co-op. But instead we get Spec Ops, which is just not that great or fun. But there's a little bit different gameplay that you could actually do in another one, which is the kind of survival one that also happens on the Warzone 2 map. But that one is bad because, like, why could you only survive to round 6 or wave 6? Like, why is there no possibility to go higher than that? Like, why does it just end there? And maybe that's honestly a good thing, because this version of survival is terrible, because for some godforsaken reason, on top of just surviving, now you have to worry about the bots planting bombs at one of 3 locations. And imagine defending 3 different locations on, like, wave 70 or something like that. That would probably be toxic anyway, so maybe it's for the best that they didn't do that. But why are we even doing this bomb thing here? Like, it's just stupid. Like, it's just dumb, especially on some waves you have to defend all 3 different locations and there's only 2 people in the game. It's just like, why? Why are you the way you are? Why did you design this in the worst possible way, Infinity Ward? But I don't know, dude. Like, there's just not much to be said here. Like, I'm sure some people have had fun on some of these missions, maybe once or twice, but even for the people who did have fun with Spec Ops in this game, like, are you going to go back and play it? Like, are you really? Like, is there going to be a day you just wake up from bed and think, like, man, I had so much fun on Spec Ops, let me go jump on that and play it again? No one's going to do that, and everyone knows that. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone, because even Infinity Ward knew nobody wanted to replay this sorry excuse of a third game mode, because they literally made the progression system artificially slower in order to get people to keep playing it. Because what they decided to do was that you were going to upgrade by getting stars, and I'm not going to explain exactly how the system works, and I'm just going to assume you guys know how it works. So if you know how it works, you know that the fastest amount of time that it could take for you to upgrade all of your kits, and this means like grinding every day, grinding stars, completing all missions 3 stars, completing every daily challenge that gives you a star, and of course waiting for the weekly refresh and all that. Like, if you did that, at minimum it's going to take you 2 weeks to upgrade everything. Like, no ifs and buts about it. You can't just get on and play all in one day, grind for 12 hours straight and upgrade everything. No, they artificially slow it down, because you cannot get the amount of stars that you need in one day. You have to come back every day, do new daily daily challenges. You have to come back a new week, re-get the stars from every mission. And of course they did this because they knew no one wanted to play their game mode, so they had to artificially make the progression system super annoying so people would come back and play it after launch, because they knew no one would normally play it after launch. And of course some of you may be wondering, like, if it's so bad, why would they come back to, you know, upgrade everything? Well, it's because they've been talking about raids and stuff, and raids for some godforsaken reason are going to be connected to Spec Ops, and you're going to need those things upgraded for raids. And you know, that's the reason why you would probably want to upgrade this and play this godforsaken game mode. So if that doesn't tell you that they know that this game mode sucks, I really don't know. And honestly, not to stop there and to kind of pile on more dumb things about this, like, the story is trash. Like, I've watched those cutscenes, no one cares. It's just like useless side story stuff for the campaign, things that will never come up again in the actual campaign and mainline story. They will never be brought up again, just like how the seasonal story that happened during Modern Warfare 2019, those never played out. Like, Alex just completely disappeared by actual Modern Warfare 2 drops. So, you know, it's just more of that. So it's not very interesting. No playable characters, no interesting characters at all. And my favorite thing out of everything is a thing called that intel. And this intel is some of the dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. And this is coming from someone who actually liked the intel system in Cold War Zombies, because the problem with this one compared to Cold War is that when you go and collect the intel, you don't just get an intel and then that's in your inventory, you go look at it. No, that's not how it works, because instead of just getting intel, you get fragments of intel. So you have to collect, I believe, 3 fragments of intel for 1 intel. And I don't know exactly how it works, how they decide which one you get. Don't really care, to be completely honest, but it's just super annoying because you have to find a ton of different fragments of intel, and then you just get some intel that, if we're being completely honest, sucks. Like, all the intel that I've seen so far, I've been reading through the ones I've been collecting, and I've been reading through ones that I've seen other people collecting, and it's just like more terrible story stuff. And it's just terrible. It's a terrible system. Anybody who decided that the fragment of intel stuff was a good idea, I don't like coming for people's jobs, but it's stupid, dude. Like, just stop. Just figure out something else to do in gaming and stop doing this, because that is not what you're good at. Regardless, I know this video has been super negative, but that's because this game mode is terrible. And I know some people will say, yo, it's Spec Ops, it's not that big of a deal, but like, it's just annoying to me because this is the 3rd game mode. It's supposed to be Infinity Ward's version of COD Zombies, but it sucks and it's terrible. And if this was COD Zombies, people would be freaking out by how terrible it was if they did something like this. But instead, we don't. And I get that's because of expectations, because of where Zombies has been and how Spec Ops has consistently been trash, so everyone expects that out of Spec Ops, but it just should be unacceptable to us. The 3rd game mode shouldn't suck. Like, just imagine if you're Treyarch looking at this, over there making your 3rd game mode, working on COD Zombies, putting on all this time, effort, and money into it, and then the fans still be super upset at the smallest mistakes you made, and then you look at Infinity Ward and they don't even try with their 3rd game mode. Like, I don't know, man. It's just annoying to me. But regardless, though, that's all I really have to say in this video. I'd love to hear what you guys think about all of this. Do you guys agree with me that Infinity Ward really needs to step up their 3rd game mode here, or do you are you okay with this or something like that? And don't get me wrong, I'm sure raids will probably make this 3rd game mode slightly better in the future, but that's not launched, so I can't really talk to that. So regardless, though, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys did enjoy this video in some imaginable way, not really sure how you would, but I'd appreciate if you guys maybe drop a like, subscribe, bell, share, or any of that great stuff. I would appreciate it. But I'm going to go, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream, video, or whatever the heck it may be, and laters, guys.